Hi guys, yeah, I've not done obviously a video for a while and stuff, so I thought tonight would be the night definitely to do a video because I'm finally back in the household of all places, you know. Recently I have been travelling like loads of places at the moment and stuff because of, you know, so much stress being here and everything that's just been going on. It's just been, you know, totally unbelievable. I have obviously been to the other day Nottingham and Loughborough, wasn't it, and stuff like that, so I know myself, you know, I have been around more. I know obviously I'm trying to more, you know, travel them probably sort of ways because I know I haven't been to them areas for so long now. I know obviously definitely went to Derby, didn't I think, which I might have mentioned on one of my videos a couple of, might have been last month or maybe even a couple of weeks ago. I can't keep up with, you know, everything I'm doing at the moment, going here, there and everywhere. So yeah, I know obviously myself that I've still not been to places, well, definitely haven't been there for a while. Sheffield, it's not really great for record stores, I admit, because there's one record store I've been there before, and there's like, you know, there's like a music shop and they got records upstairs. The last time I went there, the guy was really rude and stuff, you know, moaning, oh, I'll leave your bag here and that. So I thought, you know, this record shop don't really seem pleasant to me, so I thought, I don't think I'll be coming back here ever again. I know obviously they have HMV over there in it, which was in Meadow Hall way, because I definitely remember there was an HMV there, but there's obviously going to be not a lot of interesting stuff out of that way. Also I know obviously myself, I've not been to places, maybe I'd say like even, you know, Newcastle for Yonks and Derby and the Lincoln's areas and things, because I used to live in Lincoln, funny enough, so that's a surprise there. There's definitely a few record shops on up there in Lincoln because, you know, I used to go and visit them myself and that, so that was quite interesting to go and have a look at them when I was back there and living there. There was one which was really good, I can't remember the name of it, it might not even be there anymore, it wouldn't surprise me. And then there was another one which I think, funny enough, has been on Disclosures. I think also one of the owners there is actually on Disclosures and sells stuff, so I think where I might have spotted one of the Style Council reissue ones on, I'm not too sure, but yeah. They obviously, this video is not going to be on that subject, so sorry if that was a bit boring, but I'm just obviously was explaining, like I say, yeah, sorry about it, I've got no videos at the moment, been going on and been happening. But this one obviously today is going to be obviously on the big release, you know, well, not release day, but I'd say like reissue day of, you know, David Bowie's albums that came out again, wasn't it? So, you know, it was actually very interesting to do that at least, because obviously sadly I stayed around my own area and stuff. I stayed in the hotel I was last night, so obviously today I more visited because I knew the vinyl was finally coming out. HMV of course, where I brought one which cost me quite a bit of money but wasn't too bad, I'd probably say. It was like £27.99, and then, you know, there was another album there which I definitely wanted, but again, you're talking on the pricey side, was about 40 quid. I don't really know if there would be anywhere else that you would probably get it cheaper, maybe around, it varies, doesn't it, where you probably would go, because you could go to another record store, they might have it there, because, you know, there is other record stores that I've also popped into and they said to me like, yeah, we'll definitely be getting those reissues, but we only might be getting, you know, these certain amount ones, or oh yeah, we'll be getting that in stock or something. It, you know, for me, I don't really know until you could, you know, pop in there and go and speak to them. But yeah, my local way, obviously I have, there's only like one record shop called Sport something, I think it was called. That one's very good for more records in there, because, you know, the owner, well, the owner wasn't there literally yesterday, because I think it was yesterday or today I went there. I've got a very short memory because I can't remember where I went all in 2 days. But yeah, I went there yesterday and spoke to the assistant, the owner maybe, I think it was. But yeah, he told me about that they definitely were getting some in, he said, yeah, that record I was after wasn't sadly there. There was definitely a lot of other David Bowie ones there, which I was really happy and surprised about. There was a few little box set ones which were quite cool, but they were on the pricey side, so I was like, I wouldn't really go for them, if you know what I mean, because, you know, they were talking like 50 quid and stuff for them. I don't know if they were CD ones or they could have been record ones, who knows. And then yeah, today was the main day that I went to HMV, of course. I went and brought that one, and then obviously bobbed in when I was walking backwise, because I was going to go to another record store, but unfortunately the guy was shut, and then he was literally right next door where the taxi thing is, and he said sadly I had to close and everything because, you know, I'm doing a gig and whatnot. So I thought, oh okay, don't worry mate, he said to me, I'm open back up tomorrow and stuff. So that was a bit of a up and down, you know, situation, so I couldn't get a chance to look in there. But he recommended me coming tomorrow. I thought, no offense, but you know, I won't be coming back to town tomorrow. This won't be till Sunday that I will be probably like, you know, coming to town or something now. So, you know, I'm not going to keep going out every single day and illuminating my life out in it because of, you know, little tiny problems keep happening on purpose. But yeah, other than that, I then went to the last one, which was obviously a course which I mentioned in one of my videos. It's like a little, it's similar to like Cash Converters in it, but they sell loads of different stuff in there. They sell like records, and they'd sell, I think there is some electricals in there, and they also sell like, you know, figures and things. So they're more like for the sort of collectibles sort of size sort of store, which is quite cool. There's Funko Pops in there as well and everything, and then you go to the back, and then yeah, the owner who, well, I don't know if he is the owner. I think he is the owner, but I'm not really sure. He didn't recognise me because I've been in there before, and then the last time I went there, I reserved one record with David Bowie's, of course, and then two of them with Jam, but he didn't recognise me this time. He kind of was like, so he kind of forgot. But I did get a few from his today, which I'm going to, you know, show you now and stuff. So sorry for bleating on about my talking sort of situations. But yeah, obviously this first one I didn't do a little video on, did I, at all? So this one was obviously David Bowie one. This came obviously in the post, didn't it? And you know, this was the first album, which is of course, you know, got all them tracks on the back of it, which I don't unfortunately want to go through because there's tons of them. It's like probably like, you know, the day of having reading out every single track of Paul Weller and stuff. That would be like, I might be out of breath by the time of it, but yeah, you can see like most of them on the back there and stuff, which you could probably hopefully read. I'm trying to obviously get as close in to show. That's obviously got on there A side on it, B side, C, and then D. But yeah, this one was a coloured edition which I got, which was really amazing. So it was a special edition green one, and you know, I brought this obviously from, I think it was Diggs Record Shop, I think it came from, because I ordered two other ones, and they said to me recently that yeah, we've now just received them and all this and stuff, because I'm thinking, where's my refund, you know? I never got the chance to even pick them up, so I wanted my money back, but they claim that they've got them, you know, they've got the money, the records back, sorry, they've processed my refund, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes, because I need that more money more for something, you know, and stuff. I don't really want to be, you know, using money all the time, sadly, for these, even though they're more addiction to keep buying these days, isn't it? Because, you know, you're going to start buying them, you're going to get addicted to buying them. The next one, of course, where I popped in today, which I just mentioned, that record store in my way and stuff, but it's kind of not a record store, like I mentioned. They sell all the old, like, toys on it and Funkos and stuff in there as well, bits. But it was this one, and obviously, of course, this was another good one. Sadly, it had a little bit, I can't really, don't know if that's really going to see very well, show trick. You might be able to see it, but it's the light just keeps shining on because I've got my main light on at the top. But it's like a little split going across here, unfortunately. The only reason on that point is because, yeah, he only charged me £8 for it, which was good. That was a little bit cheaper than what, you know, Robert Soul charged me, because I remember he sold me the, which I've already shown in my video, the Style Council one, our favourite shop, that was it, like the first issue version, wasn't it? And yeah, that had a little, that thing down the side in it and everything, and I think it also had a little bit of split top. I can't remember, because you know, there's so many records I've just been trying to keep up with at the moment and stuff. But yeah, this one obviously is a good one I like and stuff as well, because you know, most of the well-known songs are on these albums, weren't it? Which is true. I've been trying to buy the I've been trying to buy records that have got most of the songs that I like on them, because there's, you know, most of the other tracks I don't really think I've heard before, but then obviously there's other tracks I do like. So for instance, this album obviously I love because of that, so it might be obviously a lot of other people's favourites, maybe Let's Dance one, which was on it, so that's obviously another reason why I like this one. Then you've got obviously, you know, some other tracks on here called Modern Love, Criminal World, Shake It, Rich It, I can't really say that very well, China Kill, Cat People, and Without You. So yeah, you've got obviously all them ones just dotted around on the thing itself, and then there's the record itself, which I didn't really check, to be fair, when I bought it. I think it's seen a bit better days because it's got a lot of age process on it. But yeah, that's obviously that, and then, you know, the little, there is a reissue, I know myself, which I was obviously wanting to get, wanted the reissue version, but nowadays they're just getting so fucking stupid in HMV. Prices are just going up through the roof, and you're thinking, you know, oh, I love that one, you know, I want to buy it as a reissue and all that, but it's just the price for it, it's just a fucking nightmare. You know, for this I've seen around, I think now even the last times I kept seeing it, because because I can tell the prices have definitely changed a lot now. The last time I see it was like, it was £27.99. It was going to be in that 3 for £60 deal, weren't it, and stuff like that. But now you're talking, I think on a sign I've seen recently, it's like £33.99. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think the price is just getting ridiculous now. They're getting too much. That's why I think HMV is just having a stack loads of fucking records in there that people are hardly buying and stuff, because of the fact, you know, it's just too much money in it. The only thing obviously most people would buy in it is all the new stuff that will be coming out, and they'd obviously get them quick in it because they don't know if they left them, that's it, you know, they're going to be disappearing. But all the records have probably been sat there for dawn till dusk, you know, they're probably sat there for God knows how many years. Nobody's ever touched them or just flipped through a minute and probably picked them up and put them somewhere, and then somebody had to put them back in. You know, them type of records ain't going to ever sell, are they? Because nobody's interested in them. The next one, of course, is obviously what I mentioned, what I got more today from the store I was talking about there, HMV. And I keep thinking of, what is the name? Heathen, I think if it is called, correct? And correct me if I'm wrong, Heathen. But yeah, this one obviously is definitely another favourite. This is obviously one of the new issues came out today and stuff. That little CD I didn't buy from HMV, so don't worry. You can tell even this is the older version then compared to the new one that's probably came out today. This CD, this one came off of eBay and I only paid what, £5 for a sealed one, so that is a good bargain. So I thought to myself, yeah, I'm definitely not going to buy the reissue CD in it off of eBay, off of HMV, sorry. I'd rather buy obviously it's, you know, the free version of eBay and stuff. But yeah, this side one was obviously more, I'll go through the tracks this time on these. Sunday, Cactus, Slip Away, Slow Burn, Afraid, I've Been Waiting For You, I Would Be Your Slave on side 2, I Took a Trip on German Spaceship, The Angel Have Gone, I think I was right, yeah. Everyone Says, I can't really say that, Everyone Says, I can't really say that. Better Future, and then Heathen, what it, yeah, actually all the rays at the bottom. So yeah, obviously all the tracks were on them and stuff, and then obviously on the back you got the price, which I paid today, £27.99. But it wasn't too bad at least, because you know it's a reissue and stuff. But definitely was one of my favourites, that one as well. But yeah, that one obviously, of course. And then I will show them, but I'm not going to go through every single ins and outs of them because I've already done that video, didn't I? And I definitely know I've done that video and shown people. Obviously, of course, you have Next Day, which is obviously the, you know, all the not the reissues and stuff, but the original versions that came out and stuff. This obviously again is my favourite. Next Day, I see this today on CD reissue in there. Stupid price, I think it was about $14.99 for it, and I thought I'm not paying $14.49 just for a CD in it, just to go with the, you know, the record itself. And then of course the last one, which we all know again came out of reissue today, right, which I also mentioned in the last video, which was definitely this one, Black Stars one. And that obviously at the bottom today I brought also from that guy's record store, this little one here, and it cost me literally only £4.99, that's it, you only charged me for it. So that was amazing. I paid only that compared to obviously paying stupid money, which I think again I might have checked it today, it must have been about what, $14.99, $13.99 for that reissue CD. And I thought, no, I definitely ain't paying that. So I was lucky to see that. I funny enough also saw, I'm going to keep forgetting the name, was it Resolution? I can't remember the name. There's the other reissue album that came out. When I get it, obviously I will definitely include it in a video and stuff. Yeah, that one I didn't get because I saw the CD in there, he had it in that store, and that was, you know, only going to be £4. But again, I saw it on eBay cheap. It was only like, I think it was only about £5 off the double CD version, which I have seen in another record shop, but they were asking like a tenner, and I thought I ain't paying a tenner for that, that's a bit too steep, you know. But yeah, this obviously today I brought, which was good, so that's good to go, obviously the record in it. And again, that only cost me £4. And then last but not least, obviously this today I obviously got from that store as well, which is on my way and stuff. And this one, now this was obviously sealed, which is very surprising because when I was looking at CDs there, I thought, ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? And this was one of the records that I I did buy, but it got sent back. And obviously this one we know is David Bowie's, you know, The Man Who Sold the World one, wasn't it? And the tracks on this, I think these definitely are the tracks at the bottom. Is The Width of a Circle, All the Madman, that was it. Black Country Rock, After All, Running Gun Blues, Saviour the Machine, She Shook Me Cold, that was it. The Man Who Sold the World, and then the Superman. So yeah, that one obviously of course is, you know, the little CD version. So I will eventually get this, but it'll probably either be in one record shop if I see it like at a decent reasonable price, or if it came to worst come to worst, and it of all places I definitely would probably end up buying it from HMV. I don't know how much in HMV it was really for this. I think it might have been a cheap side, it might have been a dearer side. It could have been $27.99, $33.99. I don't know, I'm not sure, because I have definitely seen it, but I've never obviously gone and brought it, have I? But obviously now it's going to come to circumstances, you know, I might end up buying that, and also the Space Oddity one, which is the other one which I did order, so it might end up coming to that sake of getting that. I did see, funny enough, Space Oddities CD version. It was like a little 50th anniversary edition. That was not obviously in this same one that I've been mentioning, but it was in obviously the one I mentioned, you know, the first time when it was called Spore or something, where it had loads of good stuff, and I mentioned there was a load of David Bowie stuff in there. Yeah, that CD was in there and stuff. That was, I think, a tenner though, it might have been. I can't remember the price for it. I was like, oh, that's interesting, but again, you know, I couldn't afford, I can't just go and keep buying everything in it under the sun, you know, because money circumstances nowadays is just going up and up and up, and it's just, you know, getting worse for people, and you know, everything's just blowing out of the water at the moment, which is true. But yeah, I'm happy obviously I got most of them and stuff, so that's obviously my special video on all the Bowies and stuff. I was going to include obviously some other records today, but I thought, nah, I'm not obviously going to, you know, drag on all my videos all the time. Obviously the ones I was going to include today was a few Hugh Cornwall ones which I bought as well recently, weren't it? But you know, I'll leave Hugh Cornwall out because it's not really David Bowie related, it's more to do with the Stranglers, because we know ourselves, you know. But once I've got more of the Stranglers ones, I will do definitely a Stranglers video and go, you know, recap over the ones I've probably already done reviews on, but just give a brief, because I have got now CDs, funny enough, that have gone, you know, brought with them, because I know myself, I'm definitely keen on getting those ones indeed. But most people are probably trying to hunt them down at most, and they're hard getting, because funny enough, I saw Rats Revisited the other day. That was it. Literally the copy was just uploaded on eBay. I spotted it. I thought, ooh, obviously unsealed, all that kind of thing. It's the same as mine, but in much better condition. It was about £125. Looked probably about 20 minutes after, like that, gone. Somebody's, yeah, straight away it's gone, sold. So I thought, typical, innit? You know, that record was just going 5 seconds. I have lucky got it, so I'm keeping my edition, but obviously it's, you know, it's not to the best as I'd say in it, but there's no point in me getting rid of it. I might as well just keep it, part of it. Don't rebuy it as well, because it's going to cost me more to get it back. So yeah, other than that, thank you for watching Wasteland Man's video again. And yeah, today's subject was obviously, of course, David Bowie. I did do a little poll as well, my post, didn't I? But you know, what David Bowie album was you going to go for today? I don't think I've had any replies back from that, unfortunately. But yeah, I know obviously they've all come out today and stuff. They're obviously in stores. I would probably say be quite quick in getting them, because they could go quite quick. Who knows? You don't know. In it, Saturday, tomorrow, they could end up, because most people are going to be out Saturdays. That's it, out of stock more quicker. So my advice is definitely, you know, go and visit them tomorrow early. HMV, if you want to go HMV and get them, or some other record stores, try them, because they've probably got stocks in as well. You probably want to pay cheaper. Online I've seen as well, loads of stock online is going mental and stuff, have been selling out and things like that. So yeah, the only other one I'm looking for mainly is obviously the other one. I know in HMV it's like 40 bloody quid, so if it's the case I can't really get it, then I'd leave it out and stuff. But if not, like I mentioned, and then when I go to another record store, they might have it, and it could be so much cheaper. But you know, I'll see what happens, because I might be going to MK, and MK we're most likely going to have it. But this is what I'm saying, if I decide to get it or not, it depends on how I feel, how much I want to pay in it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and sorry if I repeat myself. Yeah, definitely subscribe to Wasteland Man's videos, like always. Keep watching, you know, like I mentioned before, any suggestions, just give any suggestions, I'm happy. Just leave any comments, that's the best idea to do it, you know. Say if you wanted to see some other good ones. David Bowie, I've done, like, this is the second time now on Bowie. Stranglers were probably going to be like third, fourth time when I probably, you know, do my other lot with them. But yeah, cheers for watching, and just keep like, subscribe. You're always going to see some good, decent videos coming up.